Justine Bateman, the rumor is that you're a woman, is that right?
Last I checked, yeah.
What do you make of all this controversy started by the incomparable Michael Arrington on TechCrunch about what women need to do or should do or can do or can't do to succeed in technology?
Well, it's interesting. There were a lot of things he said in that that I completely agree with. Definitely, I'm definitely of the mind that you're going to have certain opportunities in your life, whether or not you're a man or a woman. And so I've never been of the mind that XYZ did or didn't happen for me because I'm female. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's not have been my experience, and that's not how I think. And I think his article covered, like, I think it was specifically talking about startups, like tech startups, and how there's so few women in that. And then the point that, if I'm recalling this right, the point that he was making is there's just not a lot of women who go into computer science or any of the other skills that you need to be, a deep participant in some of these startups. They just don't tend to go into those fields. And I don't disagree with them. I mean, a lot of the jobs that I see my friends at startups, a lot of jobs that opportunities that they post about are for programmers and for ad sales. And it's not, women don't, I mean, I think it's just a fact. I don't think it's a statement about women. I don't think they generally go in for, like, hard, advertising sales or coding and programming. But I will say this, is that I have found in the content arena, there are a lot of women and doing really well. I mean, Ileana Douglas is one example. There are a couple of line producers I know that are, work, Cleo, Tangle, who was a line producer of Ban and Way, that was a Crackle series. And then also over at Warner Premiere, you have Lydia Antonini and Eva and Diane Nelson. Sony Crackle has a bunch of women involved with 20th Century Fox, same thing. So, and also over at Paramount Digital, they have a new head of sales, Wendy, who's a woman. So I may have to, back off of my whole ad sales thing about women. But I certainly don't find personally that there's any, I mean, if there's any discrimination going on, I don't know about it at all. I mean, I really love what I'm doing, and I love the opportunities I'm getting, and I love the people that I'm meeting and all of that. I think it's a matter of what are women choosing to get involved with. Because definitely in the entertainment content side for internet distributed content, there are a lot of women who are doing really well.
And presumably you've encountered elements of sexism in Hollywood. It's something that exists there as well, I would guess.
But, you just get, I mean, this just for me, I can only speak for myself. If I ever come up against anything like that, I just get more clever. If you're going to work in if I go into a situation where it's mostly males, I mean, I love working with men. I find it very invigorating. I mean, I like that it's, that more action is taken rather than talking generally. And I don't mean to make, wide characterizations of males or females, but that's generally been my experience. And I think for me, like, I just have to get more clever about, just have to get smarter about how I'm trying to get my ideas across. Or, and then, you know what, if it doesn't happen, this is the thing about me. The last thing it would never even cross my mind to say, oh, well, that didn't happen because I'm female. It would never enter my mind. I would say, oh, that didn't happen because that wasn't supposed to happen for my life, regardless of my sex. So I just don't happen to think like that. And I think, if more women want to be involved in tech startups, I think they have to learn how to program and all of that. I mean, if that's the arena they want to be in. And I just don't, I have not encountered a prejudice or a discrimination where at all, not at all. I I think it's really an asset, frankly, in this space. I think anyone who's forward thinking, male or female, you got a leg up.